What is up, guys? What is up? When you haven't even started playing the game, but you're just vibing already. You know it, boys. All right. Here we are. Ooh. Sweating today, boys. Damn. It's one of those days where it like started out cold and then, you know, it got warmer and warmer, so whatever. Hashtag no shame. It is what it is. Alright, so we're gonna keep playing this game because I really like this game. This is a cool game. So if you didn't catch the stream yesterday, basically this is a game where you are just a giant ass skeleton and you walk around the United States of America and collect stories and share stories. I don't know, it sounds very basic, but I mean it is, but it's really cool. So yeah, we're gonna continue this. But first, welcome to all you guys, gals, and non-binary pals. What is up? I hope you're having a great hump day if you're on hump day here. All right. Hear a story. I feel like I did this one, but maybe not. This bar is crowded with people from every walk of life. Businessmen, young men in muddy overalls, and a crowd of girls in slinky dresses. What does that mean? Is it made out of a slinky? Oh my god, y'all, I forgot to even, like, change. Oh my god, hold on. Jesus Christ. Yo, out of control. Alright, anyways. Who's in charge of this channel? Preparing their blood alcohol content for a night on the town. That is a way of putting that. But it's the squat, sharp-eyed man in the fedora who catches your attention. What is that? What does that mean? He launches into a wild story about the Thunderbird people who fly when they fall from heights. Halfway through the story, he stops, recognizing the look on the face. You know this one. No, sorry, there's a question. You know this one? You tell him the story about the bridge builders. That's it? I think I like mine more. That's true. I like his better. So that's why I'll keep telling it my way, he says. Let's get another round and do a competitive test on the other folk here, shall we? By the end of the night, the whole bar agrees the new version is better. It might be because your new friend bought them all drinks. Do I get that new version? Ooh, story grew. Nice. My story grew, boys. I gotta sleep. Oh, here's a little. I think this is where you can rest. These places. Is the music too loud? I feel like the music might be too loud. Maybe that's just me. Alright. Camp out, boys. Oh. A dude.
My twin brother Paul and I always got into trouble, but we were good.
This is a basic white boy voice.
We didn't do nothing to anybody until we left. Then we hurt a lot of people. Me, more so than Paul, because he didn't make it through.
What are we talking about here?
The march I was on, the bonus army. It's less a bonus and more an acknowledgement of what I've had to suffer. Civilians will never understand.
So he's a soldier with some PTSD?
So anyway, tell me a funny story? You seem like you know a few good ones.
A funny story, let's see. Do we have funny ones? Let's see. Ghost story. Tell the story of the Thunderbird people who fly when they fall from heights. I feel like this is probably one. A funny one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. See what happens. Yeah!
Paul would have liked that one. The past doesn't even feel like it happened. It feels like it's happening in every moment, in every slumber.
Speaking of riddles
And
here.
memories come back to you. Do they clutch at you? At your heart? Tell me a happy story. Something to make the world seem kind.
Okay, let's see. A happy story. Happy, happy, happy. I feel like one of these. Tell the story of the pigeon keeper around Boston. Let's tell him a nice gay story. Do you think that'll work?
I liked that one.
Yeah!
There's some hope left for you too, you know. Don't give it away too quickly.
Killing this one.
Love? It was a real long time ago. I pulled a ribbon on her hair and her pigtails came undone and she tattletaled on me. Never really tried after that.
Good! Consent,
Do
my
you know
dude.
any happy stories? Hopeful ones?
I think that was like my only happy story. Is this a hopeful one? I don't know. We'll make it up.
For a moment there. Just a moment.
Yeah!
I felt better about it all too. The future's the issue, ain't it? Great war leaves us nothing to go back to. Plucking up the hope and leaving us only with the vile and the unforgiven. Tell me a happy story.
Oh my god, this
Something
dude
to
in
make
his
the world seem kind.
happy stories. Bro, I don't think I even have any more of those. I don't know.
That can't be true. That sounds like a Navy tale.
That's not what he said.
Home. Well, my sister, Jessie, won't forgive me for what happened to Paul, so she won't let me back home. I made my own way for a while after that, till no one could afford gardeners. Who could stand to care for the land nowadays? Know any good jokes? I'm not so good at telling them anymore.
Oh my god, jokes. I don't know. Tell him this story, just for funsies.
Oh, come on. That doesn't sound real.
Okay, fine.
Freedom is getting paid what you deserve, and getting enough to get by. Freedom is the ability to be free of pain.
Okay.
Here's the sun. I've got to go. I'm headed up the road this way. Will our paths cross?
Nah.
Days come and go and the terrors return. They'll never be able to pay back what they owe me, but I'll always keep at 'em. What about you? Is there something somebody owes you?
Nah. Okay. Where am I going? I feel like I need to gather some stories here. Got another character down here. Oh, okay. You know what? Let me let me see these unseen stories, yo. Quinn's back up there. I could go back up to PA here, get some stories in PA. You know? There's another character down there. Where are we at? Guess I did better on him than I did. Okay, so I need those icons, a scale icon, a wheel, okay, so these are funny ones. What do these eyeball means? I don't know. It's also glitching out. P8. What is this? Oh, camp. Oh, he's so.
First, Mom and Pa wanted me and Paul on the front lines. They wanted someone to be proud of, and I did as they asked. Then the government wanted me to take an IOU, and I did. When there were no more jobs, I, along with thousands of others like me, went and asked Hoover to pay up. General MacArthur was so scared of us, he brought in goddamn tanks to keep us from tearing apart DC.
Sounds about right.
So anyway, tell me a funny story? You seem like you know a few good ones.
I only have one funny story, damn it. And I already told him this one.
Where are you headed? Back to the road? Oh, I should be leaving soon too.
Oh, he goes.
I wish there was a road I could take home. Home as I knew it. To my sister Jessie and all of them before the war. But there ain't. It's something I think the road is helping me to understand.
Okay, I don't have enough stories to tell this dude. What's up, Blanio? What's up? Okay, hold on, sound for 1 second. I feel like I turned up the sound a little too loud. Oh, maybe that's just me. Alright, let's see what I got here. I want to hear a story. Let's hear a story. This man can barely wait to get through the pleasantries before asking if you've heard the story. 110% true, he says. I heard it from my nephew, and it happened to someone he knows. Sure. The man launches into his telling. It's polished. He's obviously done this many times before. He tells you the story of the blessed lighthouse sanctuary where souls in love could find respite. Aww. You recognize the bones of it from your experience of the 2 lighthouse keepers. It's been embellished in the interim, though. Afterwards, you thank the man and move onwards. You'll have to remember that version, even if it's not quite what happened. It's a good story. Am I supposed to story grew in the town. Am I supposed to grow stories? I think I'm supposed to. But I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Okay, where does this train go? I don't know. I don't know where that train goes. Should we just do it anyways? Let's see. There's Washington. Let's hop a train. See what happens. Pittsburgh. I want to see what happens. Do I get kicked off? Hop off. Ooh, you hop off the boxcar and successfully sneak your way out of the train yard without catching any unwanted attention. Look at me go! Success. And I'm at Pittsburgh. Let's grab a few stories here. Few stories. Search.
Muddling through the dark, you stumble into the path of the white deer. Its beauty strikes you at once. It is something otherworldly, beyond borders, a moon swimming in the void. Human shouts not far away break the spell. The deer's ears prick up. This thing is being hunted.
Ooh, I'ma help it.
You know a way out of here. As the hunter's cries get louder, you approach the deer carefully, palms outstretched. As you grow close, your features become clearer in the light of the deer's aura. It bolts into the path of an oncoming train.
Your boy just trying to help out. But it ain't no help, you know? You know, you can only do so much.
The women are oblivious to your approach. Their eyes are shut. Their touch, where they hold hands, is gentle. They speak in low tones. One stifles a burst of laughter, but it brings a smile to their faces.
Okay.
Sorry, says the one who laughed. Don't be, another assures her. They don't look up.
I just did a travel one. For sure, cult vibes. For sure. But, you know, whatever. They're having a good time, so, you know. I don't know whether to do... I don't know what the star one is. A travel or star. I don't remember which one I just did the travel one. I know I have at least two.
And we give thanks for those who have left us, who we wanted gone, for the skills to thrive without them, and for the companions who make the effort joyful. The voice of the youngest wavers. The woman to her left squeezes her hand. This is not a scene to intrude upon.
So it is a cult? This is a witch cult? I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna keep walking. Alright. Let's see some more up there. Oh man, I can see the campsite all the way in the distance there. Where is that? Oh, that's my boy Quinn. My Quinn all the way up there, man. After gossiping for a while about the weather and the crops and the state of the world, all bad and getting worse, as it is, he takes a different tack. You look like someone who likes a good story, he wheezes. Try this one for size. Listening. After loudly and repeatedly clearing his throat, he tells you the story of the killer pigeons. It sounds a lot like the story of the Pigeon Keeper, but with some parts changed and other parts added. When he grins up at you at the conclusion of the tale, you give him the effusive praise he's apparently expecting. You'll have to remember that version, even if it's not quite what happened. It's a good story. So I don't know, do the true stories grow as well? Because isn't it when, like, little boy, like, repeats the story, you can either say, like, oh, that's a great true story, or, like, that's not what happened. So I wonder what the difference is. Alright, I see 2 over here. Oh, I see... I don't remember what that is. Something in the mountains.
Low tide on a moonless night.
Ooh.
This beach is long, stretching toward a receding sea. In the darkness, the sand seems coarse and gray, alien. The stars are dim and distant. It outshines the stars with its presence, a streak of sickly colored light, leaving a trail of distorted fire. It slowly creeps along the sky like a vast worm, though you know that, given the distance,
Was it a
it
comet?
must be moving at great speed.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough
Its
world ones.
parabola heads south to north. In the far distance, just for a second, a boardwalk town is engulfed in light. With a rumble, its street lamps and windows dim, then go dark. All that you can see emanating from there is an otherworldly color that you can't quite name.
Did the whole town just get abducted? The whole town just got abducted, guys. Abducted. Let's move a little faster here. Very nice, very nice.
None of the cats seem to be from the same litter. More like some community of strays. They rub against the little girl's ankles, showering her with affection while paying you no mind.
Oh yeah, this
Do
one
grown-ups
was-
like cats?
Oh, sometimes.
The girl thinks real hard, hand on chin, while she deciphers the implications of your statement.
To the town.
I mean, some grown-ups don't like cats?
She looks gravely upset and hugs the striped tabby half to death.
As kids do.
Your question animates the girl, who points at the cats one by one.
Here's Milton, and Maurice, and Gertrude.
This goes on a while. Whenever she
This goes
seems
on a while.
about done, the horde grows.
You want to pet him?
Yeah, I don't have any of these
You
stories.
reach for a black cat, who ducks and weaves to evade your touch. Another cat hisses at you. For what reason, who can know?
They like you. Yay!
You feel like you've made a powerful friend.
A powerful friend. The girl with a ton of... The cat lady. As they say. I think I have to go around. So, it's true, Millennial. Very solid cat names. Search. I don't remember what these marks are. Oh, money. Okay. Oh, yeah, we did this one. Family photos outside the church. Can you write? And you write down names. And basically do the photo shoot for them, because I guess they can't. I don't know. Can I, like, Skyrim this? Oh, I can. Look at that. Just right up and over. I'm on top of the world. Oh, okay. Well, that's not working. Alright, no, I can't stuck. Now I'm stuck. Alright, I'm gonna get a few more stories before I go talk to Quinn or other people. I feel like I need some more stories before I go talk to more people. Oh man, I gotta go all the way back to middle of PA. No one wants to go to the middle of PA. Damn. That's what we call Pennsyltucky. Easy as psych ever, for real. You see all that altitude that I just climbed? Easy. Our car is only going one way. Who's down there? Oh, he is. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. Yo, what the? Oh, I was like, what are those? They're clouds. Oh, I can just run them over. I got scared of like the big dark masses. Pennsyltucky at the same time you said it. That's what it is. Middle of PA. Middle of PA. See, look at all this. Are those cows? Are those cows? That's floating, whatever that is. No, those are trees. Oh, damn, I thought they were cows. I wanted to say hi to the cows. Hi, cows. That's the rule. I didn't make the rules. Yeah, I just enforced them. Got 2 good hands, an old man calls. A downed tree has flattened his front yard. A downed tree has flattened his front yard. How did you have hills in your front yard? Anyways, and his porch too. That makes more sense. His 2 sweaty sons are chopping it into movable pieces. You throw the logs into the old man's cart. At least I can sell it for firewood, he sighs, tossing you some coins. I thank you. Okay. Hi, cows. I'm getting sleepy.
There are people shouting and laughing inside this restaurant, and a man sitting alone on the porch like a statue. When you sit beside him, he gives you a weak grin. Look at us. Tired? I get so tired. Can't even celebrate a job done.
Yes, I need a wheel story, whatever that means.
WPA. Planting trees. He tells you about the hours he spends digging holes in the sun.
Good movie.
Collapse has been hard on folks, but I didn't have a job before all this. Now I'm doing good. Kind of glad things went to shit. He hesitates. Is that wrong, do you think?
Nah.
His head sinks onto his chest. I'm never sure, though, he says. Never completely sure. Then he glances up, forces a smile. In awkward apology, he makes you a gift of half his sandwich.
Oh, word, man.
Jesus, I'm really pulling down the mood, he stammers.
Nah, man, go on. Let's be depresso together. Depresso espresso. Oh, I see another story. Can I run this train over? Oh, that would be fun. We could just cause havoc. I need to sleep sometime. I don't remember what the
The
sleeping
woman
ones are.
hauls a bin of clothes over to a vat of gray water. She's sluggish. Moving seems to take great effort. She plunges a shirt into the vat, begins working it over a washboard. Despite her slow movements, there's an inexorable intensity to the way she works.
That's a word.
But her eyes are bloodshot and glazed. Her lips cracked and split. She can't have slept sister washed in days. She collects the next bin, moving with the shuffle of a sleepwalker.
Let's see
You
who's
enter
making her.
the nearby shack. A man's inside, sorting through a jumbled bag of dirty clothes.
You hear about Celia? I know how it looks, but she's fine, really. Since her daughter vanished, all she's been able to do is work.
He smiles.
Best worker I ever had.
Let's threaten him. Let's threaten him. Just go all
He
out.
recoils.
I've tried to wake her,
He pleads.
but it always ends badly.
Oh.
Doctor says this is the best place for her right now. It's all she's up to doing, and she has me to look after her when she wears herself out.
Okay. The mindless laundress who couldn't stop working. Alright. I forget where I can. Maybe on one of these? River crossing? Or is it just a. You just cross the river? Yeah, you literally just cross the river. Okay. Richmond, Virginia. Right? Right, Blanio? That was pretty anticlimactic. It really was, truly. Alright. Where should I go? Where shall I go? Should I go westbound or southbound? I feel like maybe I'll start going southbound. Maybe I'll go to this clump over here, West Virginia. Blanio says west. Alright, we'll go west. We'll go west. To West Virginia. Okay, that's south. Oh, it's moving with me. Is there a car? Come on, car. Come on, car. Let me hitchhike. Let me hitchhike. Fuck. How do I hitchhike? Oh. That's not what I wanted. Hold the hitchhike button while standing next to a road with cars on it? What's the hitchhike button? Okay. What? No, for real though. What is what is map, recenter camera, interact, whistle. Oh, Q. Okay. Here we go. Look at him go. Come on. Somebody pick me up. Oh, you sucker. Yeah, like the, come on, man. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, like everything, like... Yeah, how do I do that? Yeah, take a ride, bro. How do I get off this ride, though? Or did they just kick me out? Yeah, like all the town, or the state lines, if they might like, oh, what is, you drop me in the middle of nowhere? I got really confused because that said Charleston. There's a Charleston in South Carolina, so I got really confused. Alright, I'll go over here. I go over here. Somewhere way over there is the West Coast. Way over there.
Two men sit in the shade exchanging insults. The first says, "That's a low blow, even for one like you." The second responds, "One like me? But you're the cheating, lying son of a..." The first sighs and shakes his head. "No, that doesn't sound right." His tone is oddly jovial. Good point. How about, you're a scoundrel and a thief?" "Nah, don't think you can carry it off. Not with your accent. Could just call you a You often do."
Alright, I need both of these. I think I got a wheel. I think it's good.
Oh. The man looks almost bashful. "Just practicing, see? Not gonna play you, so no harm in saying." He glances at his brother. "We're good at cards, but unlucky at them. Don't see it hurts to rig the game a little. We're working on a distraction.
Maybe don't do this. Good luck.
Perhaps you could have benefited from their foresight. Or perhaps this is foolishness. They are, at least, unlikely to meet your old opponent."
The Wolfman. Alright, here we go. Charleston. Ooh, you see that? You see that line? There's a line that's moving around. Ohio River is swimming around in the Ohio River. There. We're about to cross the line between the Northeast and the Midwest. Let's see
The
what we
old
got.
man sits by the roadside. A post protrudes from the dirt. A mismatched set of horseshoes tethered to the top with colorful string. "I wish I knew where it went," he mutters. He glances up and startles. "I know you. We've met before, haven't we? I know you." He
Gotta get a
stands,
funny one.
triumph in his smile. "It's been 50 years, but I'd recognize you anywhere, General." He fingers his lapel. "I don't have it anymore, but I remember that day so well. You shook my hand." He offers that hand to you.
Shake his
There's
hand.
a jolt
Yeah.
as your palms meet. The sky grows dark. A faceless crowd gathers, a hodgepodge of uniforms and insignia. The old man smiles. Years melt from him. "And then you said..." The response leaps from your tongue. "This is for your bravery."
Ooh.
There's a medal in your hand. He grins, salutes. The horde around you falls, 100 spectral soldiers dropping into the dirt. You step back. The darkness recedes, and the world is as it was. But the old man still wears the medal. "Well, how about that?" "Thank you, stranger."
No problem, sir. Just doing my job, you know. Let's hear a story. The policeman in the truck on the corner is having a pretty wild argument with someone on the other end of the radio. "No," he keeps saying, "no way." You listen in as the man on the radio finishes a wild story about the fisherman and his fish calling seagulls. "I swear this is what happened," the cop over the radio insists. That's when it clicks. You know this story. It's a stranger version of the story of the seagulls and the fisherman, but with some bits left out or replaced. "Ain't true." The cop in the truck sighs. If only he knew. Like, I think they're supposed to grow, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like I should probably get sleep soon, but, you know, whatever. I'm a skeleton.
"Of course, times was different then." Not long after you walked into the small, cramped saloon, you found yourself caught by this man. A portly old grifter sat upon an armchair, seemingly placed there just for him.
Yeah,
He
sure.
takes a deep drag from his cigar. Used to have a trunk full of pawn shop violins.
As you do, yeah.
He smiles conspiratorially at you. No doubt, this is his default smile. No harm in explaining how it works now, is there? People today don't go for it. Times are too tough. You walk into a diner and eat breakfast. Breakfast's the important part. He chuckles for emphasis. And then you get the bill and act surprised when you can't find your wallet.
Okay.
So you put the violin down as collateral while you go back to your car and get it. And that's where the shill comes in. His eyes lean away, as though recalling a face. Something distracts him from his story.
That sounds like the worst con ever.
Never mind. I think everybody knows how this goes now. Point is, you sell a $2 violin to someone who thinks it's a $50 violin. The burning end of his cigar has gone dark. He rolls it around on a finger. Wistful.
I know I have 2 romance stories. I don't know how many of these I
He
have.
laughs, dismissing a sad thought you can't discern. Isn't it obvious? I ran out of pawn shop violins.
I don't know. That just sounds like a terrible con to me, but I don't know. That's just me, I guess.
The gentle breeze sways the man on his horse. Poor fella must be having himself a saddle nap. Or he's just dead.
Well, I mean, let's find out.
Down here, stranger. You're sure the man's lips didn't move? His head lolls like an old branch ready to snap off the trunk.
That's a descriptor.
Hey, asshole! The horse's grotesque tongue slaps against the roof of its mouth, forming awful mockeries of human words. You got a problem with talking to horses? That's better. You got any food, stranger? Maybe a plump apple?
Plump apple.
Eating for 2 here. The horse sticks his wet nose all through your pockets, rooting for snacks.
Yeah, that's
You
really nice.
notice now that the rider seems to sprout from the horse's flesh. His skin is papery, gilled, and covered in a scuzzy yellow residue. Lot of good you are, huh? The horse scoffs and heads in the other direction. His rider droops and knocks in the momentum, limp as a noodle.
Limp as a noodle, he said. Okay, where am I? Okay. So west would be this way. Alright. So we got the river going on here. Nothing in Kentucky. So I guess we'll go up to Ohio. And up to Michigan. Yo, Blanio, I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay. Do I have to go? Oh, sheesh. Where's the river crossing? Of course, all the way down here. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah? Yeah? Let's go, boys. Hey. No, hey, what just happened? Is it because I was walking? Is it because I'm a giant skeleton? Yeah, there we go. Get me to Cincinnati, baby. The road just ends. They say, a skirt. Louisville. Where can I sleep, yo?
There's a truck parked here. The driver mistakes your look for curiosity. You want to see something interesting? He asks, pointing to the trunk.
Is it a dead body?
He opens it. There's hundreds of metal tubes with little numbered screw-on caps sorted in wooden racks.
Body parts?
We've been surveying, he said. It's my job to study soil health. The trunk has a map taped to it, marked with numbered dots. I can show you the one from your hometown if you see it here.
It's not on the map.
It's an official-looking map, but the state borders and rivers are wrong. Half your county is missing. The surveyor offers you a coin for directions to your hometown, but his notes are funhouse mirror English writing.
What does that mean?
Fascinating, he murmurs. We learn so much from you folks.
Okay. I don't know what just happened. Oh. What? You can enter cities? Oh no. I need to sleep though. What's a store? Ice cream? Is this full? Empty? I don't know what this means. How much money do I have? Oh, full. Okay. Oops. Well, this is awkward.
The corridors of Cincinnati's music hall reverberate with the sounds of an orchestra warming up for rehearsal.
If we unbolt the light rig, we can crush them,
says a voice up ahead. No, another answers. Hiding Baldy's baton will be sufficient to stop the din. The tuxedoed men are slightly transparent. Mustachio on the right has his arms folded. The weaselly one on the left scowls. They start at your arrival.
I'm gonna undo those bolts.
Weasel feature vanishes into thin air.
Damn it all, says the other
I'm
man.
just gonna pretend that they're not
We
even
used to
us.
be members of the orchestra until, well, you know. Patrick doesn't care for the new blood. It seems like talent died with us. So he does his damnedest to stop them playing. But I can't allow violence against fellow artists. Help me stop him.
Yeah, how do I stop a
With
ghost?
the right tool, you can banish them from the hall. You see, no spirit can stand the sound of the purest of all instruments.
Listen, it's definitely not a violin.
No,
Oh. The banjo.
no,
The sousaphone.
no.
The flugelhorn.
He shakes his head, exasperated.
No! The triangle. The orchestra has one, but their percussionist's a sop.
Triangle.
He never hits it right. If you can get there, you can ensure the only thing brutalized here today is Chopin.
Oh, that's fair.
The orchestra is midway through practice.
Bang on the
They're
triangle.
in dire need of it. The percussionist dozes on his stool. Everyone's oblivious to the muttering from the lighting rig.
Rush for the triangle.
You sprint down the aisle and elbow through the incensed musicians. The percussionist falls off his stool as you clamber over his xylophone. You grab the beater and bring it down onto the triangle, eliciting a pure, resounding note.
Ding.
And the rafters ring with laughter. The mustachioed ghost appears next to you, doubled over, invisible to the furious orchestra.
I never thought you'd fall for that. The triangle, for God's sake. Thanks for shutting them up, though.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That was worth it. That was worth it. Oh, man. So, if anybody's at the Cincinnati Music Hall ever, and a ghost tells you to go for the triangle, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Panhandle, let's go. I worked my way up and I built my company from nothing. He hasn't looked at you. He doesn't need a response. Now it's back to nothing again, he says. He looks at you for the first time. Here, he says suddenly, pulling a well-worn bill from his pocket. It was my first, and now it's last. I don't really need it anymore. He hands you the money, and with a jaunty sprint in his step, strolls towards the nearby railway underpass. Okay, moving on. I need sleep. How do I get sleep? Okay. So I'm here. I cross the river, so I go up. Okay. Yo, I didn't even know that you could enter cities. So dumb. So dumb. So I missed Washington. Boston. Oh no. Missed all these. Okay. So I am going. Oh, yes. I got stuff over here, boys. The waitress at this diner is sharing an outlandish tale with one of her regulars. I heard it from my sister-in-law, she says. It happened to be your daughter's friend. It's true. She knows you listening. Hey, have you heard this one before? She regales you with a story about the 4 identical men born to 2 different mothers who confuse themselves amongst each other. Halfway through, you realize that it's the story of the 2 men who each mistook the other for his missing brother, but highly embellished. What do you think about that? The waitress exclaims. Sure is, she agreed, and true, every word of it. Okay.
Deep in the fields, you come across a group of young men clearing weeds and sod from a roadside plot. Pitchforks flying, weeds dying. You almost don't notice that the dark lump beside them is a dozing boy, lying smack dab in the middle of their work.
Look closer.
There's an odd frenzy to the way these boys are ripping the sod apart. When they notice you approaching, they jog over and stand silently between you and their sleeping comrade.
Okay.
The youths share nervous looks. The oldest steps forward. Get going, he blurts, leveling a pitchfork at your gut. His hands are shaking. He seems serious.
I should look at how many stories of each I have.
You hurry off, but the boys don't check to see if you've really left. From the top of the next rise, you watch them lift the motionless boy and carry him farther back into the field. It's only when they move him that you realize his wrists and ankles have been bound.
Okay. Wait, no. Where are my stories? Okay. So, the fool. So I don't really know like what kind of stories these are, you know? Like what? 2 Pentacles. 237 stories. Damn. Okay, so still the Pentagon. Knapsack. I didn't get any of these. Okay. I have a few of those now. Okay, so this. I know, Blanio, these have been fun stories, right? I'm like, damn, Ohio be depressing. Sheesh. Quite a few of those. Oh, swap story? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's. Okay. So I got a few of those. Where are those? Oh, these ones. Okay, so I have plenty of those. Okay, so basically any of the pink ones minus this. Oh, the devil. Ah. Okay. Okay, so pink. A few of those. These ones. Probably a majority of the yellow ones I could use. Purple ones, like the scale. Have a good one, Blanio. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. You have a good time at work after hearing all these depressing stories. Alright. I'm gonna go back into Ohio. There we go.
The baby buffalo lies
See
tangled by
ya.
a fence, wire biting into its flesh. Please, it says, I must reach the sanctuary before they find me. The light here has a thin quality. Colors are oddly muted. There's a taste of something old in the air. They were hunters of my kind. I am the last born. Every year it repeats. I must run. They must chase. It is the cycle that lets my people survive. You hear hoofbeats. A ways back down the road, a cloud of dust rises. The buffalo struggles. Please, help me.
Oh,
The wire cuts into your hands, but you untangle the animal. The buffalo charges off as soon as it's free. Come on. You glance behind.
He said,
A trio
run.
of riders emerges at the head of the dust cloud.
Follow the buff.
You run alongside the buffalo. Not far. It grunts. Just ahead. You see the boundary, a line of rocks that mark the border, but the hoofbeats sound close. The ground dips, and the beast stumbles and falls. They'll be on you any second.
Carry or distract? Say distract.
You
Let's see.
stand defiant in the path of the
Lost some health
riders.
there.
They're coming in fast, wreathed in dust, but you hold your nerve. The lead rider veers at the last moment. The other two haul on the reins, sending their horses sliding. You're thrown into the dirt.
Oop.
The buffalo crosses the line and turns with a defiant bellow. A primal sound that far outstrips its size. It drags its feet through the dirt, kicking up a cloud of dust.
As you do.
When it settles, the four are nowhere to be seen. You hear the distant clamor of a herd in motion.
There you go, son. Okay, yeah, I lost some health. Let's hear a story. These men lean against the wall of this hardware store, smoking and chatting. They wave you over. You heard this one before? They launch into a group of recitation of the headless Hessian of Sleepy Hollow, interrupted one another in excitement to tell it. You recognize the story. It's a story about the rider in the woods. Someone's added to it in the meantime, though. What do you think? Asked one of the men, eyes bright. You think that really happened? One of the men tisk and shake his head. It's possible to be too skeptical, you know. He laughs. Move on. Okay. So this story is...
Just a moment there.
He says, shaking your hand.
I'm Paul Dalhart from the Republican Herald. You may have heard of it. Syndicated in 6 counties.
Never
Well,
heard of it.
no matter. But listen, you may have noticed a vocal few out there. I call them naysayers, who throw up their hands and fly the white flag as soon as life gets a little tough. But wouldn't you agree that it's never been a better time to live and do business in this country?
Sure.
He
I don't really
nods
know what he's
happily,
asking.
Scribbles down your details for the paper.
I could tell you weren't a naysayer the first time I saw you. My thanks.
And his voice drops to a conspiratorial whisper as he palms you a quarter.
Ooh,
From a
quarter.
brother in arms.
A quarter? Strictly positive reviews. Okay, but like for real though, how do I sleep? I guess I'll keep going north. I'll share some stories, I guess. Missed that one up. Actually, let's see what's in Cleveland here. No? No, I guess I can. There's only some cities, I guess. This isn't really a city, is it? No, I guess not.
Ride with us a little while, stranger.
It's a kind
Oh
offer.
yeah, I need one of these.
Miles of dusty road
Need one of these
through
stories.
the rolling prairies have recast this landscape as an exhausting soup of wind and misery.
I love that. I love that description for the Midwest. Miles of dusty road through the rolling prairies have recast this landscape as an exhausting soup of wind and misery.
There are 4 of them on the wagon. A perfect nuclear family. Mother, father, son, daughter. And a small fuzzy terrier
Yeah,
trailing behind.
fuzzy terrier.
But the pace of their movement is glacial. The draft horse ambles forward one agonizingly slow step at a time.
Ain't no point rushing to get where we were going.
The wooden cart shivers with every pebble on the road that its wheels must laboriously traverse. The girl in the back pipes up.
The going's the point, see?
Okay. Yeah,
Time
sure.
stretches wearily. The father sometimes makes half-inch adjustments to the horse's trajectory, keeping him from ambling off the road. There is some intimation that they are heading for Oregon, but at no point is it mentioned when they might arrive.
4 years later. Yo. He got stuck. Across the border there. Yeah, let's camp. Let's camp out, boys.
Why, hello there. Look like that's a heavy bag you're carrying. Let me get that for you. I insist.
Okay, sir.
You see this uniform? It means you can trust me to make sure this is the most comfortable journey you've ever had in your life.
Okay.
Who am I? Well, I'm no George, I'll tell you that. But that's not important. This trip is about you, friend. Have any optimistic tales? I'd like to hear one of those.
Optimistic tales. I feel like the future. The star. Optimistic. Optimistic. Which one was the future? This one. Optimistic. Optimistic. I guess. I don't know.
Just like I told you, friend. Miles of smiles.
Okay, that one worked. Kind of like that one.
Future? We're making it. There's never been anyone like us Pullman Porters. It's why we have so much pride.
Go for it, man.
We're setting standards for future folks, and we know just how damn high those standards are. Anyway, you must have some funny stories to tell. Share one.
I know, like, these ones are... Let's see if that works.
I'll keep this story in my pocket for sure.
Yeah.
It'll make some passenger laugh.
Yeah. That's what I like to hear.
The past? That's a tricky thing. Yes, porters may remind you of a certain type of way folks of our type used to be.
Okay.
There's no fighting that. Just happily working past it.
That's fair.
Anyway, I'm in the mood for a good happy story.
Yo, I got you. Here's a good happy story, a love story. We all like a good gay love story, man.
A positive attitude. That's what I like to hear. Love. I try my hardest to put all my heart into my service.
That's fair, man. Sometimes you love work.
But truth be told, I've never seen anything more touching on a Pullman train than a maid who knows how to treat a little baby just right.
Okay.
Tell me something that'll make me laugh. I could use a chuckle.
Oh God, I already ran out of those. Oh, what was the one? What's the... I'll try that. I don't know. See if it works.
Oh, that's a good one. Very good.
It made me laugh, so...
Traps. Imprisonment? Well, there's a difference between a train you have to ride and a train you get to ride. We porters want that difference to be us.
Okay.
Hey, do you know any spooky stories I can share with the boys tonight?
Spoopy stories. Let's see. do this one. Let's try it. Let's try it.
That one will probably ruin
Oh,
the mood
come
if
on.
I share it in our quarters. The sadness. No sadness here. When you ride on one of Mr. George Pullman's sleeping cars, you leave your sadness behind. I can personally assure you of that. Another night over. I surely did enjoy all those stories, though. Maybe next time I'll let down... You must excuse me, friend.
Let me down my
What
hair.
kind of porter am I saying this trip is all about you, only to start talking about my own damn self?
Oh, you can talk about yourself, bro.
But enough of my indulgences. I hope I see you again.
Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck walking? I don't know. I
She
don't know.
waits by the ruined mill, in an overcoat 2 sizes too big.
Look, look, over here. Look at this.
She yells.
This only happens once every 10 years, for Christ's sake.
She grabs your hand, and you both look at the black gear rolling west to cover the sun. Steadily, the darkness draws across the sun until it is almost total. She clutches your hand tightly.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this.
The sun,
Is it
obscure,
eclipsed?
throbs and expands, raging against the night. The eclipse breaks.
Yeah, okay.
The
I was
sun
like-
surges forward, screaming, burning, writhing in torment. Your eyes burn too, as if in retaliation, as if your witness of the sun's humiliation constituted some great insult. You look at her. Her eyes are bleeding.
Why am I suddenly I like got stuck. I don't know how I did it. Alright, let's go up to Michigan. To Detroit, man. Can you go through the water? Kind of.
Surrounded by fields of corn and rye, a small farm lies fallow. Its tiny stable crumbles into disrepair, and foxtails sprout from its fields. Inside, the sunlight filtering in through 2 small windows turns to hazy gray shafts in the thick dust that blankets the interior. There's not much in the way of furniture, but on a rustic kitchen table, a handwritten note catches your eye. Never opened.
Let's open it up.
It's addressed to Martha and unsigned. Her name is written in the stiff letters of a man for whom literacy is more a formality than habit.
Read it.
If you
Read
find
it.
this, I'm already gone. Don't come looking for me. Rest is scratchy spirals and circles of halfway readable writing about the noises from the cellar and the hunger in the darkness. The cellar door at the edge of the abandoned kitchen calls to your attention. The door is unlatched. The ground below is deeply stained with some dark residue you can't identify. Upon it, only ancient piles of chains and manacles, slowly turning to rust.
Oh, let's go to Detroit. Okay, so it's only the bigger cities that you can enter. How did I get? Oh, some things you can. I see. I don't know how that got filled back up.
The
but-
rain is coming down so hard. It's a wonder the sidewalk hasn't started to crack. You manage to find a narrow patch under a ledge where you can stay dry. A squat man, bundled up in a black fur coat and matching hat, approaches. The thick rain flattens and mats his fur. He squints up at you.
You're in my spot.
He crows.
See what happens.
He leans in. You catch a flash of wrinkled red skin and sharp yellow teeth.
I've been here a long time. You best show me respect.
See what
The
happens.
man gives you a long look, then turns and keeps walking.
Haha.
A minute later,
Aw.
the ledge collapses. Falling brickwork catches you hard on the shoulder.
Eh.
You cover up to protect your head from more debris and get hit by a crashing wave of water from above. You stand there, dripping and dazed. The rain abruptly stops.
That was rude. It's rude. Join a crew of laborers waiting at the street corner soon. A truck pulls up and everyone jumps in the back. Job's good, one woman assures you. You ride a short way before the truck pulls up behind a factory. Everyone hops out and starts putting on heavy coats. The whole factory is a vast cold meat locker. You're shivering in only a few minutes. Dragging the carcasses around is hard work, but it only keeps you so warm. Soon your hands are totally numb. You grit your teeth and keep working. By nightfall, you're shaking almost uncontrollably. You're paid a full day's wages, but it's hardly worth it. Cool. But I thought it... Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. Was that everything? And no, okay. So I got 3 more stories here. There's something over there. Oh, that is where I want to go. Okay.
The man lowers his paper as you come near. His weather-beaten face is drawn. They say it's spreading. The dust is strangling the land. Half my cattle suffocated in the last storm. We cut open the carcasses to salvage the meat. They were filled with mud.
Ooh.
He licks his cracked lips. They stay dry. His land is dying. If the harvest fails again, people will too. You look past him, over his dust-choked fields. You can't imagine anything growing here. Where would we go? My family came here for a fresh start. All we have is our claim. His voice is hoarse. We came here when there was no more work back home. Now this. If we leave, it'll
That's true.
just be something else. Your skin prickles gently, though the sky is still clear. Duster's on its way. Big one. He calls after you. Come by in a week. I doubt there'll be a building left standing.
That'd suck, huh? Can I go across the water? Yeah.
She's getting married, the soldier tells you. The two of you observe the church from the dusty road. straining to hear the faint joy of the ceremony transpiring within. I fought for 10 years to come home because she said she'd be here, waiting for me.
Oof.
And look, can you believe it? So what am I supposed to do? What does she expect? That I should throw myself from the nearest cliff? Walk into the ocean? He snorts, sets off down the road. He seems surprised to see you a few steps behind. No, he says. Where I'm going, you can't come. It's only then that you notice. There's something very wrong with his eyes.
Man, they weren't kidding about, telling stories about grief and pain and all that. Damn. I'm gonna have to put a fucking trigger warning on this.
You've seen migrant camps before, and they tend to look like the town dump. This one, though, on a good day, this could pass for a town.
There you go.
Starched white tents stand tall and many, and a stroll through the grounds finds you neither trash nor trouble. You hear some chatter from a large tent on your left. On your right, a tent in the shadow of the trees emanates a soft buzz.
I'm gonna go right.
You pass through a shroud of flies into a curtained waiting area. The air is pregnant with the stench of rotten meat. But the area is empty, almost clean, except for the black stains that have seeped into the soil. There's only the curtain,
Okay.
which reaches all the way from one end of the tent to the other. It wears a black overcoat and a white porcelain mask with a fat, sharp beak. There's a butcher's knife in its gloved hand.
This is the pest house.
It snaps in a woman's voice and yanks the curtain shut.
All right. I don't know why my walking button got stuck, but here we are. All right. So it looks like that's Michigan for now. I guess I'll just go south and keep going west. Go get Indiana? Oh, I guess the bigger cities with the city names up top are like the cities that you can enter. I gotcha. I say Indiana. I'll probably just collect some stories in Indiana and then finish up the stream for today. Let's go. Oh wait. Nah. Damn. I'm basically there now.
Over a shared, crusty loaf of bread, the farmer notices you looking at a prominent, tattered scarecrow in the field. Oh, you like old Barney? He asks. Does a damn good job scaring the vermin. Shame about the real fella. He was a funny one. Old Barney hiding out in our stables and lofts, just passing along. We liked him. Well, all except the sheriff. Barney never harmed nothing.
Scarecrow's
I
not
sometimes
Barney.
shared bread with him, just like you here. When he disappeared, leaving just the clothes we gave him,
Oh, okay.
I figured
okay.
I'd put him to use. Never got to know his proper name neither. Across the field, the wind in the corn whispers. Or is it the scarecrow?
It's probably the Scarecrow. Honestly, it's probably the Scarecrow. Weirdos. Let's go to Chicago. Yeah, I'm good for now.
It's the midday, and yet this whole neighborhood is eerily quiet. Everyone seems to have retreated into their homes as if warned of something. You soon realize what? The reciprocating sound of a
Oop.
Thompson gun, emptying its drum.
You
You
run.
get behind a car, putting the engine block between you and the sound. But it's muffled, coming from inside a building. You're in no danger, you think. So you allow yourself a peek above the black hull of the car. And running down the cobblestone street, a man in fine, blood-spattered clothes. He has his hands out, mouth open, screaming something. But you don't catch what he says. He's drowned out by gunfire, and his body slumps to the ground.
I think I could use one of these, maybe?
The men responsible, 3 abreast in dark overcoats and wide hats, walk up to him to check on the body. The smallest of the 3 has a nervous energy about him. People are gonna see us, boss. People ain't gonna see nothing. Not on these streets.
That's fair. That's fair. Wanted the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. It's panhandle. No luck. Hard hearts in this town. Whether from thrift or scorn, you can't tell. Time to go. Okay, well, I didn't really get very far, did I? Okay. Yep.
The plants grow and blossom as you watch. The man goes down the line, applying a few drops from a vial as he goes. As a liquid soaks in, each plant pushes up from the soil, unfolding and stretching for the sky.
Yo, he got some Miracle Grow.
He turns to you.
It's quite something, isn't it? Soy here strangles the crops. People are starving. But even when the plants survive, they don't grow fast enough to fill people's bellies.
He smiles.
My miracle formula will change that.
It's probably like,
He shakes his head.
I'm not giving up my secrets that easily. The state will pay a lot of money for this.
He shakes the vial. He tears off a leaf.
Here, try some.
alright.
It's just bitter at first. But as you swallow, the fibrous mass burns in your throat. You fight to hold it down, and your stomach knots tight when the plant matter hits it.
When the plant
Cough
matter hits it.
and hiccup. The man looks at
Yo,
you.
he just killed me.
curious.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him.
He waves a hand.
Well, yes, there are some kinks to work out, but people are starving. They can't be fussy. It won't be long before no one around here goes hungry again.
Yeah, 'cause they did.
Your stomach protests. You feel like you'll be hungry again very soon indeed.
You're gonna be dead. Okay, hold on. Let me see. We got some. Oh, we got just 2 Wisconsin there. Oh, I went to Illinois. I didn't go to Indiana. All right. We'll finish up in Wisconsin then. Wisconsin. There we go. I'm just getting all sorts of confused, you know? I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting tired, bro.
A hurried little girl collides into you with a wheelbarrow full of hay, nearly knocking you out of your shoes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You nod, but the way the girl fusses over the wheelbarrow, was that apology meant for you?
Lost? Me? No, not at all.
She stands up taller and squares her shoulders, projecting an image of adulthood so stiff she looks about to tip over.
But I guess I could use a little help. Can I ask you something pretty, please?
Sure.
Well, I found this critter, but my daddy won't let me keep it unless I take real good care of it.
Relating this dilemma has put her on the verge of tears.
Do you know how I can be the very best pet owner in the world?
The girl bursts into hysterical laughter, like she just heard the funniest joke.
Well, I don't know how to feed it when it don't have a mouth.
The laughter fades, and her look of worry returns.
Any other ideas?
She smiles so bright.
That's all it takes? Gosh, I already love it so much.
Okay. Ooh, story. Let's hear a story, bros. Waitress at this diner is sharing an outlandish tale with one of her regulars. I heard it from my sister-in-law, she says. It happened to her daughter's friend. It's true. She notices you listening. Hey, have you heard this one before? She regales you a story about the ghost who murdered the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. Halfway through, you realize that it's the story of the mischievous ghosts of Cincinnati Music Hall, but highly embellished. What do you think about that? And true, every word of it. I love it. I love that. I love that story. That one made me laugh. Alright, I think this is the last one in Wisconsin.
Stacks of suitcases grind the parked Model A deeper into the dirt. An extended family inside defies the carrying capacity of the vehicle. The driver leans out the window. Want this? He swings a violin around by its neck. 10 bits. We need it for gas. You hear a muffled pounding from somewhere within the car. 6 bits then. We need it for gas. The pounding becomes frantic. The back door breaks open, and a girl crawls over the laps of dusty bodies.
Don't you dare! That belongs to Louise Ames,
She shouts at you.
Louise Ames!
She's dragged back into the writhing nest of limbs, and the door slams shut. On your way, the driver tells you. You go.
Alright then. I think that's it for Wisconsin. Yeah. I got some Minnesota going on. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Takes so long to zoom out. Oh my word, so much. Oh god, look at all these. Look at all these, man. So many stories, damn. That's a lot. That's suspicious. I feel like maybe if I go up north and just west, and like go from there, I guess. There's a lot to do, man. There's a lot to do. But that's what we're gonna do for today, folks. That is what yes, that's what we're gonna do for today's playthrough. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're following this now or you're following it afterwards I play, thank you so much for spending time with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out and enjoying these games with me. Basically, this is what I do. I just find random indie games on Steam to play, blind play them. And so far, I've been picking some pretty good games. I don't know how, but it's happened. So I don't know. I'll probably continue to stream this every once in a while. But if you were interested in indie games, or you just happen to like my wonderful face, or mostly my background, I don't really know. Please give me a follow on Twitch, and then turn that notification on so that you get notifications when I start streaming, because I don't really have a solid schedule. I just kind of like jump on when I can. So if you would give me a follow on Twitch, I'd really, really, really appreciate that. And I will catch you guys on the next one.